House of the Dragon season 2 is currently streaming on Max. If you're in Nigeria or Africa, you can watch it on Showmax. While this season left everybody screaming, like me and some of us pissed that, oh God, why did you end it there? Well, there's a lot of moments that I feel like I'm like, I don't like this, I don't like that. But anyway, I just want to talk about 5 things that were changed from the book Fire and Blood in the series House of the Dragon. I like a few, and there are some that I do not like and I do not think was necessary. Like, why did you change this plot line? Like, the first on my list is actually Blood and Cheese. While in the book, Blood and Cheese were actually sent to kill Aegon's child, a son for a son. In the series, Daemon sent Blood and Cheese to kill Aemond Targaryen. When I saw this part, I'm like, not bad. Let me see how it's going to play out. But Blood and Cheese managed to stumble into Helena's chambers and they wanted to kill the child. And they're like, which one is the boy? That's not how it happened. In the book, Blood and Cheese got to the room and Alicent was there. Helena was there and the other children were there. They were trying to tell Alicent good night. And they had 2 sons there. Blood and Cheese asked Helena to pick which of the children they should kill. Which son would you like to see dead? Or which son would you allow to die? And Helena decides that the second boy should be killed. But in the series, it's just a boy and a girl. Helena decides that the second son should die because he was still very young and he might not remember, or maybe people might not remember him so much. So, but the other boy is a bit grown, still a baby, but okay. But Blood and Cheese decide to kill the first boy. They told her, I think they told her that whenever she sees the second boy, she will always remember that she chose for him to die. I understand that this is actually a screen adaptation and you can change anything. And the narrator who was telling the story was not a very reliable narrator. So I get that, but I didn't like it. I felt very underwhelmed because I was so pumped for this episode. I'm like, yeah, Blood and Cheese. I'm not saying I want to see a baby die or whatever, but I wanted to see this episode play out. And I understand that they had to water it down a bit because it can be very traumatizing for a lot of people or can trigger some things. But and the worst thing I think about the scene is Blood and Cheese. They felt so confused. It made it funny in a way, but at the same time, I felt like these were very serious characters. Like, God, we're here to do something. But okay, I don't like it anyway. Another book change from the series is Alicent and Rhaenyra met twice during this war. The first time they met, while Alicent was praying, I was so pissed. Like, this doesn't make any sense. Why is Rhaenyra actually intentionally putting herself in danger? I didn't like this at all. It didn't happen in the book. I didn't care for it because I wanted what to happen. So why are the creators trying to stall this war and trying to make it feel like, oh, I tried my best to end this war? These people, they knew when they decided to crown Aegon that blood is going to flow. So why are you people trying to make an effort that, well, Rhaenyra is such a good queen, she's trying her best to avert this war from taking place. But I did not like it. Also, they met again in the final episode. This one, personally, I feel like if Alicent came to meet me to try and end the war or end the bloodshed because I don't want my daughter to die and I don't want to die, I already made a mistake, I feel like I would kill her on the spot. Because first of all, I have an army behind me now. I already have the Sea Snake, I have Daemon, I have these people behind me backing me up. And now, after I come to meet you, because you are coming to tell me that Helena is still queen and Aemon is going to Harrenhal. So when you come, everybody's just going to lay down their weapons. Aegon is in a dark room and he can't move. I feel like I'm going to strike you down immediately. But also, I like this scene because we get to see these 2 ladies, these 2 ex-best friends, talk it out. Alicent has seen the errors of her way. She is somebody who has been controlled her whole life. As a matter of fact, she does whatever her father tells her to do. She did everything that people expected her to do, what she thought is the right way, how things should be. That is Alicent's crime in this entire series or in this entire story. Like that, she just does what she was told is the right thing to do, or what she was taught to believe is the right thing to do, and that's her only crime. And seeing her talk to Rhaenyra about it, I liked it. That's the only thing I like about this thing. So I like it and I don't like it. I care about it and I don't care about it. Also, Alicent has this relationship with Cole that did not happen in the book, but it was okay to see kind of break the rules. The third on my list is Daemon in Harrenhal. This did not happen in the book. I appreciate this happening in the series because Daemon was not mentioned a lot in the book at the time when this was happening. It's been a while I read the book. It's been a minute. So these are just the things I remember that, oh, I didn't see this happening or I didn't see this coming. So yeah. I think was aware of the new dragon riders. The only time he left Harrenhal, or when we heard from Daemon in the book, was when he had to join Rhaenyra after she claimed King's Landing. But in the series, we see Daemon in Harrenhal and he's having these terrible visions and nightmares that eventually shaped him or made him see that, okay, Rhaenyra is meant to be queen and my brother never chose me to be his heir. Although there were moments where I felt like Daemon's sins were fillers, I also appreciate a number of them because we had to see Daemon grow up. We had to see him experience these things and shape him up for what is to come. And yeah, I liked it. Next on my list of things that were changed from the book is Aemond and Aegon at Rook's Rest. So in the series at Rook's Rest, we see the demise of Rhaenys, and we also see how Aegon gets injured in the process of this war. Because everybody told Aegon to just relax, don't go anywhere, but he decides to join them at Rook's Rest. I don't clearly remember if they asked him to come along or not. The battle at Rook's Rest in the book, Aegon and Aemond actually fought alongside to bring down Princess Rhaenys and her dragon Meleys. So I like this one. I don't hate this particular book change. I don't hate it because we saw a side of Aegon. Aemond was not painted in this light in the book so much. Yes, he did a few bad things, like he intentionally killed Rhaenyra's son. Here we get the same role as Prince Regent, and I kind of appreciate it, saying that he always wanted to be king, or he believes he's more worthy of being the king than Aegon, who did not like it in the first place, or who did not wish to be king. And although he's not a good ruler, he's not perfect, doesn't care about anybody, I feel like it's just fun to see him take control and be the bad guy. Finally on my list is Rhaena and Shipstealer. In the final episode, we see Rhaena meet Shipstealer. First off, let me talk about the other wild dragons. We had like 3 wild dragons in the book. Cannibal, there's a dark one also, and then Shipstealer. And Shipstealer was claimed by a girl named Nestles. How she claimed him was by feeding him sheep. Shipstealer got his name from stealing sheep around, like just going to eat them. And these dragons were not outside of Dragonstone. They were within the vicinity of Dragonstone. But in this series, we see that Shipstealer is actually in the Vale, stealing sheep and kind of terrorizing the area, maybe, I don't know. But yeah, and we don't see a lot of him until the very final episode where he meets Rhaena. So apparently, or obviously, Rhaena is claiming Shipstealer. Rhaena does not have a dragon. So here's where my problem is with this thing. Unless the creators of the show are telling me that when Queen Rhaenyra dies, the entire show is going to end because we have more story to tell, and Rhaena is supposed to get her dragon called Moon. So if we're going to end the series when Rhaenyra dies, okay. But I still do not like the fact that Rhaena is claiming Shipstealer, because Rhaena was given this huge responsibility in the series earlier on to take care of Rhaenyra's children and dragon eggs and baby dragons. In my opinion, you already have the future of the Targaryen line in your hands. So why do you want to go to war and battle it out? I already knew the character Nestles was not going to be in the series when we saw Daemon in Harrenhal. There's a few things that suggested that Nestles was not going to appear in this series, and I would love to know the reason why the creators did not put this character in the series. I'd love to know. From Daemon's interaction with Rhaenyra earlier in the season, I already know, okay, even in the last episode of House of the Dragon season 1, I think we're already nudging us to the idea that Daemon just wants this power. So maybe from my interpretation of the character in the book, I thought he was just like a really loving husband to his wife Rhaenyra, but in this series we see that he's still very ambitious, and it feels like he is supposed to be the heir to the Iron Throne. Like, okay, you are supposed to be my wife, or just look up to me, you like me, but this throne belongs to me. And we see that he grows from this idea. But those things kind of made me quickly realize that they were not going to show us this character Nestles, who was supposed to claim Shipstealer, and they kept on showing the other dragon riders in this series. From the first episode, we saw Hugh Hammer, and then we saw Ulf. multiple times. So, but we never saw Nestos in the series. So yeah, I don't mind that she's not there, but I don't just feel like Rhaena deserves to claim a dragon. It's not your time yet, so why are you in such a hurry? Anyway, so these are all the book changes that I could really remember very well and made me feel something. Either I did not like them or I really love them. I just believe they impacted tremendously to the series. So please tell me which change you did not really like or you did not see coming or that you wanted from the book and the series. There are a lot of them that happened throughout the series, but I do not want to go over them because I'm going to be talking and talking and I'm going to stop talking. Do not forget to like this video, share and subscribe to my channel. My name is Enifome and I will see you in the next